Hello, YouTubeolonians. You can hide your TV cords with a chunk of barnwood and make your living room look fantastic. Hey, I'll show you how. So this is what it looks like prior to the project. We got wires hanging down. The wires underneath the desk are quite unsightly. And we've got a few above too, even though we tried to harness and strap them up there. But still, we're looking at this tangled mess right down here. Right, Sadie? Isn't that horrible? Don't we hate the wires behind you? So we don't want to ruin the look of our lake home. And so Karen went and got some barnwood, had it cut to size to meet that space. And basically, we're going to just put the barnwood on a frame and then screw it to the wall, or just set it behind there. And then the wires will be strategically hidden back where we don't see them anymore. This is actually a pretty easy project. You just get your barnwood, you have it cut to the size of this space that you're working on, and we're going to go from one bookshelf to the other bookshelf. And Karen is preparing. Oh, and we do not have to pre-drill because, for one, these boards already have holes, and for two, these are the type of screws that don't require pre-drilling because they actually have like a drill bit built into them, so they just sink right on in there. Okay, so the barnwood is now attached via screws right to the back supports. On this, we've done the center one, and we're going to attach the two side ones next. Lift it up. So we're trying to preserve the holes that are already there and use those rather than drilling new ones. Remember, with old wood like this, you would either need to pre-drill or use the type of screws that drill themselves in. So we use tongue and groove wood so that they're actually connected together, and that's going to make it even more durable. Here's the back side. No screws are sticking through, so get the right size. What size screws did we use on this project? 1.5 inch.
Not the 1 inch, the 1.5.
The 1 inch didn't make it through, so.
And we will be, in the summer, getting this polyed and sealed.
Yep, and that gets rid of the chance of any lead paint issues or anything. Poly will seal it all in.
Yeah. And I'll probably paint the
And I
screws too.
guaranteed, and I would recommend if you have small kids, that you would want to take care of the paint so you don't have lead paint poisoning for your children. When you take apart all of your electronics, you will want to take a picture ahead of time. I took a picture of this, so then I can figure out what goes to what. So as you look at the desk and the equipment sitting on it, you're going to see that wires come out from behind here. Some of the wires will go up to the TV set or the monitor display, and some of the rest of the power wires will go down to the floor. So we need a couple of holes in that barnwood that we're going to put up so we can run the wires straight behind there and you won't see them. So here's the barnwood. That's the bottom side. This is the top side. It fits under the TV. We measured that to make sure. We're going to measure a 28 to 29 inch hole right up in here. And we're going to put two holes. One for the stuff that goes down, one for the stuff that goes up to the TV. Okay, so there's a variety of options for cutting your holes in your barnwood. I'm going to use just simply a 1 inch hole cutter. You could use the type of cutter that is used to cut doorknobs in, but that's too big for my liking. I think I like the 1 inch. Okay, the 1 inch drill bit is definitely wide enough to get any of your plug-ins through there. But check the heads of the plug-ins that you have for your system. You may need a bigger hole to be drilled. So when your wife suggests doing the barnwood project, this is a good time to hand her a paint roller and say, hey, since we're back here, let's roll this wall and paint this room, the entire room. Sometimes little projects turn out to be big projects.
Can you reach up that high?
Okay, probably the first place to start would be your video inputs for everything and your audio. So that comes down from the TV. That's this bundle here. We just feed them through one at a time. Feed all those through and just let them sit for now. You don't want to try and hook them up because we're not to that point. But feed them through as far as you can go. And then later, once they're hooked up, if you have extra, you can push it back through the hole to get it out of sight. Or bundle it up behind there with a strap so you can't see it. We've decided to put a power strip up underneath this desk. The things that go into here are things like computers and other things that sit up on top of this desk. All the rest of this is going through this one magical hole to go either up to the TV or down to electrical plug-ins. Each device has a very specific converter to convert power into the right one. So you want to do one at a time. I've already done this one to this component. So then the next one, we'll pull this and just work only with that one. All right, just to clean this up a bit, I taped the power converter for the computer right to the back of the black desk. So everything from the TV going up to the back of this is in place. Everything's set now temporarily up on top of there. And now we're ready to start moving things back into the place where they all belong. Okay, now we have all of the outlets, things that are plugged in. We have all of the things from the TV down. And we have all the things from back here that come to our components. So everything's in place, and your system is going to be completely different, but similarities are that some things go to the TV, some things go down to power, and the rest goes back into your components. I thought I'd have to drill 4 holes, and I got by with drilling 1. So drill as little as possible and then go from there. So we have the 1-inch hole, and we're going to have to still place all of these wires because that's the whole goal of this whole project. But we have our outlet system, we have a surge protector, we have things distributed between a couple outlets. We're not overloading our power strips at all, and I'm using power surge protectors because we're in the woods, we're going to get hit by lightning someday, and I have 2 relatives that have had their house fried on the inside from lightning strikes, and it cost them both a lot of money. The next step now is to finalize the placement of everything and put it back in place. Now see how I have extra cord? I'm going to push what's extra back in behind there where I'm not going to see it, because if it's on this side of the world, then it's our problem. If it's on that side of the world, it belongs to that side of the world. You're just going to shove what you can in there into that empty void that you're not going to see anyway, because we don't need these cords to be sticking down and all around collecting dust and whatnot. And then these are going to be tie wrapped all together back behind here where we're not going to see it behind the computer monitor anyway. There it is, YouTube Alonians, the finished product. We have the barn wall that hides the wires behind the TV set and behind all the entertainment system and all the computer hookups, internet, everything. The internet's nicely tucked in back behind here, and so are all the other extra components, so we can switch over for our display. We can display our YouTube, we can display Chromecast, we can display Hulu and RockU, and run our sound system through there. Got the DVD player, the Wii, all nice and compacted in the cabin so that it looks cabin-like and not like a 911 dispatch center like my other office looks like. That you would want to take care of the paint so you don't have lead paint poisoning for your children.
But we don't have little children.
We don't have little children, so we're not worried about lead paint. I eat it myself. Little Karen works. We'll give her a Snuggie.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah. There are lead paint test kits that you can get to test your paint down here to see if it even has lead.
Maybe we should do something.
That's an
Yeah.
outside project. There it is. And she's happy. That's what counts. Except for she has to move that. Oh, it's going to mess with everything.
It's gonna show wires, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we had it, and then she came along. Until she moved it, and then now we have things that came apart.